Good evening. I'm Norma Pena, District Clerk. Today is Thursday, July 13th. This is the annual organizational meeting, and I'm calling it to order at 6:01 p.m. Would you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? Thank you very much. The first thing we're going to do tonight is 3 new board members in alphabetical order are going to raise their right hand and state their declaration, oath of office for this school year. And when you are done, please, tonight, fill them out, sign them, and make sure I have them before we adjourn. So first is board member Tammy L. Shabodi.
I, Tammy L. Shabodi, do solemnly pledge and declare that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of board member, Tri-Valley Board of Education, according to the best of my ability.
Thank you very much. Next, board member Patrick Kelly.
I, Patrick Kelly, do solemnly pledge and declare that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Tri-Valley School District School Board Member according to the best of my ability.
Thank you, Pat. Next, oath of office, we have board member Keith Stryker.
I, Keith Stryker, do solemnly pledge and declare that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Tri-Valley Board of Education according to the best of my ability.
Thank you very much, Keith. Now, oath of office from Superintendent Mrs. Erin Long.
I, Erin Long, do solemnly pledge and declare that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Superintendent according to the best of my ability.
Thank you very much. At this time, acting as temporary chairperson, I'm going to open the floor for nominations for board president.
If I may. I'd like to nominate an individual that has included, I feel, all the board members and also worked very well with the new superintendent. Has also went on and got a lot of his information in reference to all the state mandates and laws. And I feel that he's brought that back to the board in a very respectful and a efficient manner. And I would like to nominate Keith Stryker as our president of the Tri-Valley School Board.
I second.
I second and third.
So move.
Thank you, everyone. So the next item will be item 3C, is the election of board vice president for 23 to 24. We have it, a motion for vice president.
I'd like to nominate Tim Diamond.
Okay, do we have a second?
I will second it. Travis.
Second by Travis.
Yes.
Okay, please proceed to vote.
Aye.
Norma, are we doing hands or? Oh, okay. Oh. George? 8 and 1 abstention? Okay. Be it resolved, the board nominates and elects Tim Diamond to the position of Board Vice President for the 2023-2024 school year. Move along to, congratulations. Move along to item 3D is the appointment of district clerk. Can I have someone to nominate someone for Norma for district clerk?
I'd like to nominate Norma Pena.
Second.
Okay. Please proceed. What's that? Okay, please proceed to vote.
Aye. Just a moment. Oh, okay. When you get done with that, I got a question.
No, I cannot. I'm not getting the option to join the meeting. I've closed out of it a number of times, but I'm
Okay, that is unanimous. Thank you.
Would you just roll that last motion back for VP? Could you roll that back, motion for VP, please? Can you do that or not? Because I thought I read it was a motion by Tim Diamond, but we were voting on Tim Diamond. Had to go down more. It's a motion by Tim Diamond. I apologize. I didn't mean to hold the meeting up, but I mean, it doesn't look good.
We're on to you, Judge.
Thank you.
Okay. Be it resolved, the board nominates and appoints Norma Pena as district clerk for the 2023-2024 school year. And we will move along to item 3E, which is going to be the vice president's and district clerk's oath of office administered by myself. Okay, so, Norma, you want to go first? Thank you. Do we need Tim to read again, or? You didn't take it today? Okay, sorry.
I, Tim Diamond, do solemnly pledge and declare that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Vice President of the Tri-Valley School Board according to the best of my ability.
Thank you, Tim. Okay, we'll move along to item 3F, oaths of office for board members. So, Brent, we want to start with you. We'll go down the line and
I, Brent Clark, do solemnly pledge and declare that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the Office of Board of Education according to the best of my ability.
thank you, Brent. Travis?
Yes, I, Travis Hartman, do solemnly pledge and declare that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the Office of Board of Education for Tri-Valley according to the best of my ability.
Thank you, Travis.
You're welcome.
George Dean?
I, George Dean, do solemnly pledge and declare that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that it will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of the Tri-Valley Central School Board member according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Danielle Penny?
I, Danielle Penny Stroop, do solemnly pledge and declare that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the Tri-Valley Central District Board member according to the best of my abilities.
Thank you. Danielle. Rose Woods.
I, Rose Woods, do solemnly pledge and declare that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the Office of Board of Education member at Tri-Valley Central School District according to the best of my ability.
Thank you, Rose. Okay. Pat, you did yours. Okay, moving along to item number 3G is the readoption of board policies for the 2023-2024 school year. It is an action. Can I have a motion to readopt the board policies 2023-2024?
Motion.
Motion by
Travis.
Travis. Second by Tim. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
Yay.
It is unanimous. Be it resolved, the board readopts the board policies 2023 to 2024 school year. Thank you. Okay, item number 4 is items that the board wants pulled from the agenda. Anything? Okay, item 5 is appointments, reappointments for the 2023-2024 school year. Is an action. Can I have a motion to make for the accept the approval of the consent agenda?
Motion.
Motion by Rose,
Second.
second by Danielle. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
Aye.
George, vote. Read it.
Aye.
That is unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved, the board approves the consent agenda as attached to the public portion of the agenda. Item number 6 is old business. I don't believe we have anything. Item 7 is news and other business. And 7A is board member service on board committees. It is an action. We have, with the audit committee, do we have anyone who is looking to be on the audit committee?
Keith, I'll do the audit committee again.
I'd like to
Rose?
remain on there as well.
Anyone else? George? Audit committee?
Thank you.
So we have the next one is the building committee.
What does that entail?
The building committee is has to do with the building simply, like anything you see, any defects, broken windows.
Put me on that, please.
Anyone else?
You
I'll go
can
on.
add me.
Is that Tammy? Brent? Okay, next one up is the policy / handbook committee.
I'd like to be on that again.
George?
I'll do that again as well.
I think we had a good team before, and I hope the rest of the board felt that.
It was a great team, George.
Tim, you're doing?
Thank you.
So who do we want, who's chairman?
I can try
You
again.
gonna do it again? Okay, you're the chairperson. For the building committee, who do you want for chairman? George, Brent, or Tammy? And the audit committee, Pat? Rose, you want it? Okay. Okay, next we have technology committee. If there's any interest? Then yeah. Make you the chair. Anyone else for technology?
I'm going now.
Brent?
That's one I haven't been on.
Anyone else?
Matt, I could try to help out. If you need, call me, email me.
And then we have the wellness and safety committee, if there's any interest. Travis? You want-
Sure, if I can.
Safety is exactly what?
I'll do it as well.
It's pretty much this, again, has to do with safety in the building. It's not the district safety team. It is like just building stuff, see defects.
That doesn't go along with the building committee then? Yeah, maybe I could learn something from that.
Okay, so we have two people who are interested, Tammy and George.
No, I had said for safety, yes, as well.
So I have Travis and Tim, and I have one more slot. Well, we could do four. We could put
This
both.
is for the safety committee? Okay, I'm
So
in.
Tammy and George. Who's the chair? You in? I'll do the chair. Tim the chair, all right. Okay, Norma, do you want me to read off all the names to the committee? Okay. We have two for the technology. We only have two. We need what? One more? It's Danielle and Brent. I'll be at all of them as well, but okay. Building committees, George, Brent, and Tammy. Okay, we good with this? Okay. Be resolved, the following board members agree to serve on the following board committees for the 2023-2024 school year. The audit committee is Rose, Pat, and George. George is the chair. George is the chair. On the building committee, we have George, Dean, Brent, Clark, and Tammy Chibodi. Tammy is the chair. On the policies handbook committee, we have George, Dean, Travis Hartman, and Tim Diamond, and Tim is the chair. Travis is the chair for the policy. Oh, my error. Travis is the chair for the policy committee. Norma. Technology is Danielle and Brent Clark, and Danielle is the chair. And then the Wellness and Safety Committee is Travis Hartman, Tim Diamond, and Tammy Chibodi, and George Dean, and Tim is the chair. Rose, you're the chair of the audit? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Rose is the chair of the audit. Okay? Are we good with that? Okay. It's an action, so can I have someone make a motion to accept everything I just read?
I make a motion.
Okay, who was that? Rose, you made? Was it
I'll
Tammy?
second it.
Tammy, and second by Travis.
Yes.
All in favor? Well, let's do a vote on
Yay.
it. Okay, that is unanimous, and be resolved that the board members named previously agree to serve on the board committees for the 2023-2024 school year. Moving to item 7B is election of board members to Executive Committee of Sullivan County School Boards Association. It's a member and an alternate. I did it last year. I don't have a problem doing it again unless someone else wants it. And we need an alternate as well. So I did it, and I think George was the alternate. Is everybody okay with that? Okay. So it's
Thank you.
okay. It's an action. Can I have a motion to approve the board members for Executive Committee of Sullivan County School Boards Association, member and alternate? The member is myself, Keith Stryker, and George is the alternate, George Dean. Can I have a motion? Motion by Pat, second by Rose. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
I'll recuse myself.
I don't think I got a vote here, but unanimous, but we have one abstention? Okay.
Yeah, for
Okay.
the purposes I'm a candidate.
What's that?
For the purpose because I'm a candidate.
Well, you can vote for yourself.
I don't want to
You
vote
won't.
for myself.
Be resolved, the board nominates and elects Keith Stryker as member and George Dean as alternate to the Executive Committee of the Sullivan County School Boards.
Thank you.
Okay, item 7C is the election of board member as legislative liaison for the 2023 NYSBA Annual Convention. Again, I did that last year, and I don't have a problem doing it again. If anyone else wants to do it. And
Keith.
then there will be an alternate.
I nominate Keith.
Okay. Thank you. And do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Tammy. Okay, is an action. Please proceed to vote.
So move. Where is it this year? Buffalo or Syracuse?
It's unanimous. Norma? That is unanimous. Be it resolved, the board nominates and elects Keith Stryker as the legislative liaison for the 2023 NYSBA Annual Convention. Item 7D is the election of board members as voting delegate and alternate for the 2023 NYSBA Annual Convention. It is an action. So somebody want to make a motion? I did it last year. I don't have a problem doing it again. And as an alternate, I'm not sure who the alternate was. Was it George?
If you're going to be there, and that's at Buffalo, correct?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, nominate Keith.
Appreciate it.
Is anyone else going?
It's difficult to make a schedule on something like that for me anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so
You could,
somebody can be an alternate.
you could pencil me in, but what's the date? Yeah. Hmm?
It's
All right,
the
anybody
dates.
else?
The dates are a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's the 26th through the 28th of October, and the delegate portion is typically the Saturday morning.
No alternate. Put you in? Join the party.
Norma, when do you need to know to register us by? Do you have a date for that?
Okay, so can I have a motion to accept myself as the voting delegate and George Dean as the alternate for the 2023 NISBA Annual Convention?
Motion.
Motion by Danielle,
Second.
second by Rose. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote. George?
I vote for Keith, but I can't vote for myself.
Then you have to, you're voting for both. You can vote for both.
That's what you think.
It's a yay.
Yay.
Is that unanimous? Okay, it's unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved, the board nominates and elects Keith Stryker as voting delegate and George Dean as the alternate for the 2023 NISBA Annual Convention. 7E, Standard Workday Resolution for Employees, Form RS 2418. It is an action. Can I have a motion to accept the Workday Resolution for Employees, Form RS 2418?
Motion.
Motion by Travis. Second. Second by Brent. Any discussion?
Yeah, what exactly is that, if you don't mind, please?
Well, there's a list underneath that says, it just lists all the civil service titles and the hours that they're required to work.
So
For-
each
for the day.
year, for retirement purposes, establishing the number of hours at certain positions. So if I would appoint a position for a certain amount of hours, that grants that position a full day's work. It's all based upon how they accumulate time towards their retirement. So an establishment that it's not 2 hours a day that you get a full day's work. So it's basically establishing just the hours per day associated with certain positions within the district. And then when they fulfill that day's work, it counts as a day towards their retirement.
I don't have a problem with it. I just needed a little information on it. Thank you.
Okay, please proceed to vote.
Yay.
That is unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved that the Tri-Valley Central School District, location code 74812, hereby establishes the following as standard work days for its employees and will report days worked to the New York State and local employees retirement system based on the timekeeping system for the record of activities maintained and submitted by these members to the clerk of this body. And it goes as follows. A is senior typist, 7.5 hours. B, typist, 7.5 hours. Courier, C, courier, 7.5 hours. D is land technician, 7.5 hours. E is cleaner, 7.5 hours. F is maintenance, 7.5 hours. G is student services liaison, 7.5 hours. H is account clerk, 7.5 hours. I is confidential secretary, 7.5 hours. J is monitor, 5.5 hours. K is monitor, 6.75 hours. Teacher's aide is L is 6.5 hours. M is teacher's aide, 6.75 hours. N is teacher's aide, 7.0 hours. Okay, moving to item 7F is standard workday resolution for appointed officials, district clerk, and treasurer form RS 2417-A. It is an action. I have a motion to accept the standard workday resolution for appointed officials, district clerk, and treasurer.
Motion.
Motion by Tim, second by Rose. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
Aye.
That is unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved that the Tri-Valley Central School District, location code 74812, hereby establishes the following as standard work days for its employees and will report days worked to the New York State and local employees retirement system based on the timekeeping system or the record of activities maintained and submitted by these members to the clerk of this body. A is district clerk, 8 hours. B is treasurer, 8 hours. Thank you. And moving to item number 8 is adjournment. Is an action. Can I have a motion to adjourn the organizational meeting?
Motion.
Motion by Danielle,
Second.
second by Travis. Please proceed to vote.
Aye.
That is unanimous. It's 6:33 p.m. Stand by for the next meeting. Good. Okay. Okay. Our next item is going to be the public hearing for the code of conduct. And we're going to call the meeting to order. And there is if anyone has any comments, there's also, there's public comment. Is there anyone here who has something to say? Okay. And there's a board comment section. So if anyone has any comments. Norman, do you want to hold it open for a few minutes? All right. We'll close the public hearing. We don't need it. It's not an action, right? We're not. Okay. Can I have a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion.
Motion by Danielle,
Second.
second by George. Please proceed to vote.
Aye.
We're good? Oh, okay. Okay, that is unanimous. The public hearing is closed. Let me know when you're ready for the next part. So everybody, you have to rejoin the new meeting. What I did not do. Is everyone in? You guys ready? We're ready, Norma. You good? Okay. We're going to call the meeting to order. It is 6:38 p.m. This is our regular board meeting. We've done the pledge item, so we'll move to item number 2 is correspondence. I'm not aware of any correspondence. Public session is item number 3. We have no one signed up for anything. So we move to item 4, presentations and guests. Don't believe it. Item 5 is superintendent's report. Sarah Long.
Good evening, Tri-Valley. We're awful excited to get the 23-24 school year underway, and our teams are busy preparing for our students to return in the fall. I want to extend a welcome to Frank Snyder and Amanda Eberly. Frank is replacing Deb Kelly, who retired as our assistant superintendent for instruction, and Amanda is our new secondary school principal. On their first official day, we did a tour of our district, and it was a great sign. We had a black bear right in the middle of the road as we were driving around, so they are truly Tri-Valley Bears now. We have some excellent news to share. We were awarded the Community Eligibility Program, which means all of our students are now receiving free breakfast and lunch for the next 3 years. So we're really excited to offer that. We'll have to annually reapply for that to continue that 3-year cycle. So we're in the process of thinking about all the ways we can serve breakfast to our kids. The kids enter late and all of that. So it's good news for us. Our strategic planning is moving forward. On Monday, we'll be launching a survey to our community. It'll be through School Messenger. And then we will have our strategic planning team here in our area to do a community forum. Looks like probably the 3rd week in July, and we'll confirm those dates next week. Construction is happening. We're in our final stages of our capital project. We just finished an asbestos abatement in our pupil personnel wing, and now they're upstairs, right, and working on the elementary bathrooms. And then we've got some other little work happening around the building. I do want to give a shout out to our summer crew. I don't think people know what happens behind the scenes getting the building broken down and put back together, and they're doing a fantastic job. And we have a great group of students working with us this summer. We have 13, and they're all over the place. And every time I see them, they're giggling, they're in the trucks, they're on the gator, they're in the golf cart. So they've just done a super job. And finally, we are in the final stages of planning for our Tri-Valley Bear Bash. It's going to be on Wednesday, August 2nd. We've sent out a save the date. We have another flyer and press release ready to go. We've got food trucks, we've got music, we've got bounce houses, we've got community vendors coming in. It'll be a fantastic opportunity for our families in our community. So stay tuned for the final information to come out with that.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Long. Next item is item 6. Any items the board wants pulled from tonight's agenda? Okay, we'll move to item 7 is the consent agenda. It is an action, and I have a motion to approve the consent agenda. Motion by Pat,
Second.
second by Danielle. Please proceed to vote.
Aye.
Okay, that is unanimous. Be it resolved, the board approves the consent agenda, recommended action, including the business portion, items items 7A through R. Moving to item number 8 is board committee reports. I don't believe we have anything tonight.
The only thing I'd like to add is if we can get to, on them as soon as we could, especially the policy committee.
Yes.
We need we have a lot of work on that.
So who's our chairman? Travis? We-
I will share some dates, maybe some times that we can get together in the next couple of weeks.
Thank you.
Moving to item number 9 is old business. Don't believe we have anything tonight. Item 10 is public comment section for items that are not on tonight's agenda. I don't think we have anyone signed up. Item number 11 is announcements, reminders, and upcoming events. Ms. Williams, any?
Yeah, so tonight will be our last night of just a general thing. Starting at our next board meeting, we'll have a very organized presentation using our PowerPoint that we created. And then we're going to split it. So the second board meeting of the month, our secondary school, our assistant superintendent for instruction, and then our director of technology will present. At the first board meeting of the month, it'll be our elementary school and our pupil personnel office.
So this is the last time I just get to speak off the cuff. So thank you, Ms. Long, for that. We look forward to the organization of starting next school year with those presentations. But for now, as Ms. Long was saying earlier, the summers are not really that restful for us, and including the students who are helping us with some of the summertime initiatives that we have going on. For this week, we had our scheduling committee in the elementary school. They were amazing workers themselves. The first 2 days, after the second day, they were very proud of themselves. They thought they had the master schedule for the elementary school accomplished. And then they went into day 3, and there was some long faces because they, this team of teachers had the opportunity to realize how cumbersome and really difficult it is, and planning for all the instructional and all the supplemental education programs that the students get to experience for each school year. No matter how difficult it is, though, they are very excited, and certainly there's a lot of creativity that goes into the master scheduling. But this, we want to be able to ensure that every year we're giving the students some additional, whether it is advanced type of classes, including art classes or music classes, and of course, being sure that there are enough minutes within the day for the students to get a full experience of their core classes as well. So the scheduling committee, we will hope, will be completely tidied up with that master schedule for next week. And throughout the process, administration is certainly there as a resource for them. We have our summer ordering. I certainly appreciate Mr. Whitaker in the business office. We were able to get through all of the orders and requests that the teachers submitted at the end of the school year so that they are fully prepared to welcome the students back in September. And then we have been diligently working with my office staff to be sure that the calendar for next school year, all of the events are scheduled ahead of time. So we'll be able to have all of those save the dates and on calendar so that families can plan accordingly for the school year and all of the events that are going to be happening. Otherwise, we continue to monitor the enrollment throughout the summer, being sure that any new entrants to the district or exiting students, so that we can account for appropriate classroom numbers for when the students come back in, to be sure that we have our class sizes in a manner that is consistent with Tri-Valley's history. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Anything? Okay, Mr. Snyder? Nothing? Okay. Danielle, anybody? Thank you. Okay, our next item up is item 12 is appointment of tenure track elementary school teacher. It is in action. Can I have a motion to accept the appointment of the tenure track elementary school teacher?
Motion.
Motion by Pat,
Second.
Second by Travis. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
Yay.
George? Give a yay.
What am I voting on?
Elementary.
I did, yeah.
Oh.
Yay.
That is unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools that the Board of Education, at its July 13th, 2023 meeting, approves the appointment of Natalie Sinsky to a 4-year probationary term in the elementary tenure track area commencing September 1, 2023, provided that, except to the extent required by law, in order to grant tenure, you shall have received composite or overall annual professional performance review ratings pursuant to education law, section 3012-C or section 3012-D, of either effective or highly effective in at least 3 of the 4 preceding years. And if you receive an ineffective composite or overall rating in the final year of the probationary period, you shall not be eligible for tenure at that time. The appointment is at step 1, $52,777, prorated as per the current Tri-Valley Teachers Association contract for the 2023-2024 school year. As per the contract, additional salary for master's degree and credit hours will be reviewed for approval. Natalie Sinsky currently holds New York State initial certification in the area of childhood education, grades 1 through 6, effective February 9th, 2023 through January 31st, 2028. In early childhood education, birth to grade 2, effective February 9th, 2023 through January 31st, 2028. Ms. Williams, would you like to introduce any of the teachers? Welcome. Welcome.
I just have to say, one of the coolest things I learned when I talked with Natalie is she did her student teaching in Alaska. So she had an opportunity through New Paltz to connect with Brockport and ended up in Alaska. So really kind of cool experience she's bringing to us.
I would say very cool. Alaska's quite cool up there.
Okay, moving along to item 12B is the transportation agreement. It is an action, and I have a motion to accept the transportation agreement, letter B.
Motion.
Motion by Rose. Second. Second by Pat. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
Yay.
That is unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved, the board approves the transportation agreement 12B for an individual student effective July 1, 2023 and terminating June 30th, 2024. Moving to item 12C, transportation agreement. It is an action. And I have a motion to accept transportation agreement 12C for an individual student July 1, 2023 to terminating in June 30th, 2024.
Motion.
Motion by Rose,
Second.
Second by Travis.
Yes.
Second by Travis. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
Yay.
That is unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved, the board approves the Transportation Agreement 12C for an individual student effective July 1, 2023, and terminating June 30th, 2024. Moving to item 12D, Transportation Agreement. It is an action, and I have a motion to accept the 12C Transportation Agreement.
Motion.
Motion by Rose. Yeah,
If you
they're
look
different. Yep.
closely, they're different.
Second. Second by Brent. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
Aye.
That is unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved, the board approves the transportation agreement 12D for an individual student effective July 1, 2023, and terminating June 30th, 2024. Moving to item 12E, professional services agreement, Tri-Valley Central School District and Lorinda Schmitz for 2023-2024. Can I have a motion to accept the professional services agreement for Lori Schmitz?
Motion.
Motion by Pat,
Second.
second by Rose. Any discussion? Oh. What, was it you, Rose? Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have a second? Okay, Rose is second. No. Danielle, I'm sorry. Danielle is the second. I'm sorry. Please proceed to vote.
Aye.
That is unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved, the board approves the professional services agreement between Tri-Valley Central School District and Lorinda Schmitz for the 2023-2024 school year as attached to the public portion of the agenda. Moving to item number 13 is board comment session. Anybody have anything tonight? Brent?
Welcome, Tammy. Board.
Travis?
Hey, Tammy, congratulations. I have nothing else to add. Good for you.
George?
Yeah, welcome the high school principal and all the new employees for the year. Maybe sometime in the near future, I know you're putting them still together, how the students did this past year in regards to academics, whatever it may be. Yeah, and the K through 12 or pre-K. How is pre-K doing? Do we getting a lot of kids in there that should be there? Right. And another question I have is in reference to the free and reduced lunch. A number of years ago, we encouraged the community to put in for free and reduced lunch. Now, because we would get more aid that way. So is that still in line with that? And with this designation of breakfast, do we get more aid? Or did all that go away? And also the timeline on that. 10 years from now that we get the money, or do we get it the same year that we're working on it, or?
So the way the school lunch program has worked is you establish a level, you have an enrollment, and the state sets a level of which you would be at community eligibility. The community eligibility program, I'm going to guess a little bit, but I think it's about 12 years old since they started. When you reached a certain level, all meals, breakfast and lunch were free. I happen to have been in the Monticello district when they started, when they got it. And you have to make a lot of provisions. But they had set a certain percentage. We were nowhere near that when I first got here. We were creeping. They then lowered the percentage level, and we were getting closer. As we have seen a decrease in enrollment, our numbers in free and reduced applications have remained fairly consistent and gone up a little bit. So now we have reached that plateau at 40%. We're at actually 46 and 48%. What it means is for the next 3 years, breakfast and lunch meals will be free for all students in the school. During the pandemic, we operated similarly under an emergency thing by the USDA. At that time, it was called Seamless Summer. The way it works with the money is that as we process on a monthly basis, we have X number of meals, whether they be breakfast, whether they be lunch, whether they be elementary or secondary. We report that to the state of New York. It matches the bills that we get from Whitson's on the bills we're paying. We get paid on a monthly basis, usually within 60 days tops of when we submit our claim. So it's an annual thing. So it's not like it's much different. We've just established a new plateau. Each school district, there's 4 different sets of reimbursement rates that the state sets on an annual basis, whether basically no poverty, middle road, and everything else. Our reimbursement rate under the CEP program will go up approximately 23% as from where it was this year. So the bottom line is, hopefully it's incumbent upon us to make sure we get more meals out there, that we advertise this, because the more meals we serve, the more we get reimbursed. And the reimbursement rate should go up. We've had discussions with Whitson's to talk about flexibility in serving meals. What then can they do? I know next week we're going to start talking amongst administrators. What can we do to make this program more flexible, that we allow students the opportunity to eat in a more flexible guideline so we can maximize that? So we're targeting, hopefully, at least an increase in 25% in our revenue and profit margin next year in the cafeteria program. We don't have to reapply every year, but in year 3, we have to use an April 1st information to re-up the program. We still need to send out free and reduced lunch applications for a variety of reasons. A lot of people don't realize that free and reduced status, they get other reductions. I think Sullivan County Community College charges less for our students to go to school there. There's a variety of different things. So we still have to maintain a lot of what we do. But as far as for the lunches, everything and breakfast, would be free.
Thank you. Another question I have is student discipline. We made substantial inroads in the past year, I felt. But we weren't the only school. Every school had problems with a lot of things going on, and especially since COVID. But we need to still stay on track for that. Without discipline, the teachers can't teach, and the students can't learn. So, and with this, the result is chaos. So we can continue on the strong discipline policy we've had. Another thing is, if we could, just a friendly reminder, this is a smoke-free facility, and maybe another notice should be put out. And it's not necessarily meant for our employees of staff at Tri-Valley. It could be some other individuals that's on campus, not students. Thank you.
Thank you, George. Danielle?
Welcome, Tammy, and congratulations to our new teacher and staff. Look forward to this next year with you guys. Welcome. And congratulations to Keith and Tim for another great year ahead.
Thank you.
I'd also like to welcome our new staff and Tammy to the board, and looking forward to a great year and seeing all we accomplish.
Thank you, everybody, for the warm welcome. Welcome to the new staff. I look forward to working with everybody.
Great, thank you. Tim?
Welcome. We're happy you're here. We can use the help, and we're trying to improve every year. So, welcome everybody. Welcome Tammy, and I look forward to working with you.
Welcome, everybody. Quick question regarding the FBLA trip that was canceled. A number of graduation parties, this was a topic of conversation. The kids had been signed up for this trip, and unfortunately, due to things out of everybody's control, the kids were not able to make it to Atlanta to compete. So I was curious what kind of refunds, if any, have been issued or can be issued to the students, especially, airline tickets, maybe get credits to that. I don't know if anybody's been looking into it. I'm sure somebody has. I know the advisors are always on top of stuff like that, but I was just curious if you knew anything.
So I have some communication going on with Tanya about that, and just kind of waiting for some answers how we're going to do that. It's funded through the FBLA, not through the school. And she should have gotten credit for the plane tickets coming back, but I haven't talked with her in a few days, so I'll get you an answer. Mhm.
I just wanted to welcome our new staff and Tammy. Okay, our next item is adjournment. But before we adjourn, I just want to remind all our members to give me your oath of office sheets signed so I can give them to Norma. And item 14 is adjournment. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Motion
Second.
by Rose.
Second.
Second by Pat. Please proceed to vote.
Yay.
Is unanimous. We are adjourned at 7:04. Thank you and have a great night.